ultimately God is a really, really good Father. And this goes together with this entire series. And when we see the Holy Spirit come, we're seeing God is providing all of these ways that you get to belong in his family. And he gives that picture in Acts chapter 2 when he brings people from all over the world in the same place and saying, you all get to be a part of this family. And I'm telling you what, there were some different people there. There were people there that maybe when they were all gathered in the room at the same time, that maybe wouldn't have liked each other, that definitely would have had different political views coming from all around the world. All of this was happening all in one place, but the unifying factor was the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit showed up that day, the day of Pentecost, and the Holy Spirit is still with us today. This is why this is such an important piece, this important foundational piece of understanding that you get to belong. You get to belong to Jesus. What's so cool about belonging is belonging has nothing to do with fitting in. There's a lot of different personalities in this room, a lot of different ways that we live. So I probably couldn't live with half of you. Probably half of you couldn't live with me, right? But we get to belong. We get to exist. We get to be on a mission together. We get common goals, and we, all of that we get to do together, right? We get to do all of that together. So we get to belong even if we don't fit in with one another. And I think we focused for so long on how do I fit in? How do I change myself or my personality to fit in to everyone else in the room? Especially in the church world. How do I fit in? How do I dress? When do I raise my hands? What do I do during a church service? Things like that. None of that really matters a hill of beans to anything. Well, this is just a time we get to meet together. We get to worship God together. We get to encourage one another. But I really don't care how it is that you fit in, because I want you just to belong. We want to be in this place to say, man, anybody can belong in the family of Christ. And Acts chapter 2 gives us a big picture of that. Everyone from any part of the world, from the corners of the earth, all got to gather that day and experience the presence of God in that moment. That was the real power of the Holy Spirit. The wind was cool. I'm sure the tongues of fire was cool. I'm sure speaking in other languages, that was cool then. But the real power that happened that day, the real miracle that happened that day, was that anybody from anywhere could experience Jesus.